patience, madam. There is no doubt that that His Majesty will soon recover to his accustomed health.
If he were dead, what would be tied on me?
The heavens have blessed you with a goodly son to be your comforter when he is gone.
But he is young, and his minority is put with Richard of Gloucester, a man who loves not me, nor none of you.
Well, is it concluded yet that he shall be protector?
It is determined, not yet concluded, but it must be so if the king is carried.
Ah, here comes the Lord Buckingham.
God make your majesty joyful as you have been.
To all your prayers, you can scarcely say amen. Saw you the king today, Lord Buckingham.
I come from visiting his majesty.
What's the likelihood of his amendment, Lord?
Madam, good hope. His grace speaks cheerfully.
Oh, God grant him health. Did you confer with him?
Aye, madam. He desires to make atonement between the Duke of Gloucester and your brothers, and between them and my Lord Chamberlain, and send to warn them to his royal presence.
Would all were well, but that will never be. I fear our happiness is at the highest.
They do me wrong, and I will not endure it.
Witness my son, now in the shade of death, whose bright outshining beams thy cloudy wrath hath in eternal darkness folded up. O God that seest it, suffer it not. As it was won by blood loss, be it so.
Peace, peace, for shame if not for charity.
Urge neither shame nor charity on me. Uncharitably have you dealt with me, and shamefully by you all my hopes are butchered. My charity is outrage, and life my shame, and in that shame still lives my sorrow's rage.
Have done, have done.
O princely Buckingham, let me kiss thy hand in league and amity with thee. There befall thy noble house. Thy blood is, thy garments are not spotted with our blood, and thou not within the compass of our curse.
No one here, for curses never pass the lips of those that breathe them in the air.
I'll think not, but they ascend the sky, and there wait God's gentle seeming peace. Buckingham, take heed of yonder dog. When he fawns, he bites, and when he bites, his venom tooth will rankle to the death. Have naught to do with him. Beware of him. Sin, hell, and death have put their marks on him, and all their ministers to attend him.
What does she say, Lord Buckingham?
Nothing that I respect, my gracious lord.
What? Dost thou scorn my gentle counsel, and soothe the devil that I warn thee from? Oh, but remember this another day, when he shall split thy very heart with sorrow, and say, poor Margaret was a prophetess. Live you each the subjects to his hate, and he to yours, and all of you to God's.
Mine hair does stand on end to hear her curses.
I cannot blame her, by God's holy mother, she hath had too much wrong, and I repent my part thereof that I have done to her.
I never did her any, to my knowledge.
Yet you have the vantage of all her wrong. I was too hot to do someone good, and that is too cold in thinking of it now. Mary, for Clarence, he is well repaid. God pardon them that they are the cause thereof. So do I ever, being well advised, for had I cursed, I would have cursed myself.
Madam, His Majesty doth call for you.
Take me, I come. Lord, will you go with me?
You have been factious, one against the other. Wife, love Lord Buckingham. Let him kiss your hand, and what you do, do it unfeignedly.
Gentle Buckingham, nevermore will I remember our former hatred. So live I in mine.
Now, princely Buckingham, seal thou this league with thy embracement to my wife's allies, and may be happy in your unity.
Whenever Buckingham does turn his hate upon your grace, but with all duties love does cherish you and yours, God punish me with hating those where I expect most love. When I have most need to employ a friend, and most sure that he is a friend, deep, hollow, treacherous, and full of guile be he unto me. This do I beg of God, when I'm cold in love to you or yours.
Pleasing cordial, princely Buckingham, is this thy vow unto my sickly heart? There wanteth now our brother Richard here to make the blessed period of this peace.
And think good time.
Good morrow, my sovereign king and queen and princely peers. A happy time of day.
Happy indeed as we have spent the day.
Make me die a good old man. That is the butt end of a mother's blessing. I do marvel at why her grace left it out.
You cloudy princess and heart-sorrowing tears that bear this heavy mutual load of moan. Now cheer each other in each other's love. Though we have spent the harvest of this king, we are to reap the harvest of his son. The broken rancor of your high-sworn hearts, but lately splintered, knit, and joined together, must be gently preserved, cherished, and kept. Meseemeth good that with some little train, forthwith from Ludlow, the young prince be fetched hither to London to be crowned our king.
Then be it so, and go we to determine who it shall be that shall post straight to Ludlow. Madam, you and my sister, will you go give your censures in this?
With all our hearts.
My lord, whoever journeys to the prince, for God's sake let not us two stay at home. For by the way our sought occasion departed the queen's proud kindred from the prince.
My other self, my counsel's consistory, my oracle, my prophet, my dear cousin. I, as a child, go by thy direction. If I may counsel you some day or two, your highness shall repose you at the tower, where you please shall you be most fit for your best health and recreation.
I don't like the tower of any place.
So wise and so young, never do live long, they say. Short summers have a lightly forward spring.
Now, my lord, what shall we do if we perceive Lord Hastings will not yield to our complot?
Chop off his head. Something we will determine. And look, when I am king, claim thou of me the earldom of Hereford and all the movables whereof my brother the king stood possessed.
I'll claim that promise at your grace's hand.
And have look to have it yielded with all kindness. Come, cousin, canst thou quake and change thy color, murder thy breath in the middle of a word, and then again begin and stop again, as if thou wert distraught and mad with terror?
Ta, I can counterfeit the deep tragedian, speak and look back and pry on every side, intending deep suspicions. Ghastly looks are at my service, like enforced smiles, and both are in their office at any time to grace my stratagem.
Go after cousin Buckingham, the mayor towards Guildhall, posts and all. There, to meet his advantage of time, infer the bastardy of Edward's children. Moreover, urge his hateful luxury and bestial appetite in change of lust, which stretched unto their servants, their daughters, their wives, even where his raging eye or savage heart without control listed to make his prey.
Doubt not, my lord, I'll play the orator, as if the golden fee for which I plead were for myself. Look, the mayor is here at hand. Intensum fear, be not your spoken words, but one mighty suit. And look, you get a prayer book in your hand, for on that ground I'll make a holy descant. And be not easily won to a request. Play the maid's part, still answer nay, and take it.
I go, and if you plead as well for them as I can say nay to thee for myself, we'll no doubt bring it to a happy issue.
Go, up the lads. Welcome, my lord. I dance attendance here. I think the Duke will not be spoken with of. Now, Catesby, what says your lord to my request?
He doth entreat you, my noble lord, to visit him tomorrow or next day. His grace is within with two right reverend fathers, divinely bent to meditation, and in no worldly suits would he be moved to draw him from his holy exercise.
Return, good Catesby, to the gracious Duke. Tell him, myself, the mayor, and alderman, in deep designs, in matter of great moments, no less important than our general good, are come to have some conference with his grace.
I will signify so much unto him straight.
Aha, my lord, this grace is not Edward. He's not lurling on a lewd love bed, but on his knees at meditation. Not dallying with a brace of courtesans, but meditating with two deep divines. Happy were England, were this virtuous prince take on his grace the sovereignty thereof. But sure, I fear we will not win him to it.
Oh, Mary, God defend his grace should say us nay.
I fear he will. Now Catesby comes again. Now Catesby, what says his grace?
My lord, he wonders to what end you have assembled such troops of citizens, his grace not being warned thereof. He fears, my lord, you mean no good unto him.
Sorry I am, my noble cousin should suspect that I mean no good to him. But haven't we come to him in perfect love? And so once more return and tell his grace. When holy and devout religious men are at their beads, 'tis hard to draw them hence. So sweet is zealous contemplation.
Ah, look where our grace stands, reading a Bible.
True ornaments to know a holy man. Famous Plantagenet, most gracious prince, lend a favorable ear to our request, and pardon us the interruption of thy devotion and right Christian zeal.
My lord, there needs no such apology. I do beseech your grace to pardon me, who, in earnest in the service of my God, deferred the visitation of my friends. But, leaving this, what is your grace's pleasure?
Even that which please God above and all good men of this ungoverned isle.
I do suspect I've done some offense that seems disgracious in the city's eye, and that you have come to reprehend my ignorance.
You have, my lord. Would it might please you our entreaties to amend your fault?
Where else I breathe thee in this Christian world?
Know then, it is your fault that you resign the supreme seat, the throne majestical, the sceptred office of your ancestors, to the corruption of a blemished stock. Which to procure, we heartily solicit your gracious self to take on you the charge and the kingly government of this your land, not as protector, steward, substitute, or lowly factors for another's gain, but as successfully, from blood to blood, your right of birth, your emperor, your own. For this, consulted with the citizens, your very worshipful and loving friends, and by their vehement instigations, in this just cause come I to move your grace.
I cannot tell if to depart in silence or to bitterly speak in your reproof best fitteth my degree or your condition. If not to answer, you might happily think tongue-tied ambition, not replying, yielded to bear the golden yoke of sovereignty, which fondly here you would impose on me. If to reprove you for this suit of yours, so seasoned with your faithful love to me, then on the other side I checked my friends. Therefore, to speak, and to avoid the first, and then in speaking not to incur the last, definitively thus I answer you. The royal tree hath left us royal fruit, which, mellowed by the stealing hours of time, will become the seat of majesty, and make no doubt us happy by his reign. On him I lay that which you would lay on me, the right and fortune of his happy stars, which God defend that I should wring from him.
My lord, this argues conscience in your grace. You say that Edward is your brother's son, so say we too, but not by Edward's wife.
Do good, my lord, your citizens entreat you.
Refuse not, mighty lord, this proffered love.
Oh, make them joyful. Grant them their lawful suit.
Alas, why would you heap this care on me? I am unfit for state and majesty. I do beseech you not to take amiss. I will not yield to you.
You know, where you accept our suit or no, your brother's son shall never ring our king, but will plant some other in the throne to the disgrace and downfall of your house. And in this resolution here we leave you. Come, citizens, Zeus, I'll entreat no more.
Oh, do not swear, Lord Buckingham.
Oh, call them again, sweet prince. Grant them their suit. If you deny them, all the land will ruin.
Would you enforce me to a world of cares? Call them again. I am not made of stone, but penetrable to your kind entreaties, albeit against my conscience and my soul. Cousin of Buckingham and sage grave men, since you will buckle fortune on my back, where I will or no, I must have patience to endure the load. But if black scandal or foul-faced reproach attend the sequel of your imposition, your mere enforcement shall acquittance me for all the impure blots and stains thereof. For God doth know, and you may partly see, how far I am from the thought thereof.
Bless you, my grace. We see it and we will say it.
Long live King Richard, England's worthy king.
Amen.
Amen.
Tomorrow may it please you to be crowned.
Even when you please, for you shall have it so.
Tomorrow then we will attend your grace, and so most joyfully we take our leave.
Come, let us to our holy work again. Farewell, my cousin. Farewell, gentle friends. Stand all apart. Lord cousin Buckingham,
My gracious
give me
father,
thy hand. Thus high and by thy assistance, as King Richard crowned. Shall we bear these glories for a day, or shall we rejoice in them, and they last?
still live they, and forever let them last.
Ah, Buckingham, now do I play the touch to see if thou art current gold indeed. King Edward lives. Think what I would say.
Say on, my loving lord.
Why, Buckingham, I say I would be king.
Why, so you are, my thrice renowned lord.
Ha! Am I king? I am, but Edward lives.
True, noble prince.
Cousin, was thou wont to be so dull? Shall I be plain? I wish the bastard's dead. I would have it suddenly performed. What sayest thou now? Speak suddenly, be brief.
Your grace may do your pleasure.
Tut, tut, tut. Thou art all ice, thy kindness freezes. Say, have I thy consent that they may die?
Give me some little breath, some pause, dear lord, before I positively speak in this. I will resolve you herein presently. My lord, I have considered in my mind the late demand that you did sound me in.
Well, let that rest. Dorset has fled to Richmond.
I hear the news, my lord. My lord, I claim my gift, my due by promise, for which your honor and your face is palmed. The olden of fearfuls and the movables, which you promised I shall possess.
I do remember me a king, perhaps? Henry the Sixth?
My lord, your promise for the olden.
Aye, what's o'clock?
I'm thus bold to put your grace in mind of what you promised me.
Well, what's o'clock?
Upon the strike of 10,
Well, let it strike.
why let it strike?
Because that, like a jack, thou keepest the stroke betwixt thy begging and my meditation. I am not in the giving vein today.
May it please you to resolve me in my suit.
Thou troublest me, I am not in the vein.
And is this thus? Repaid he my deep service with such contempt, made I him king for this. Oh, let me think on Hastings, and be gone to Richmond while my fearful head is on.
How now, Catesby, what news?
My liege, the Duke of Buckingham is taken. That is the best news. That the Earl of Richmond is with a greater power planted at Milford is but worse tidings, but so it must be told.
Away towards Salisbury, while we reason here, a royal battle might be won and lost.
Will not King Richard let me speak with him?
Oh, my good lord. Therefore be patient.
This is All Souls Day, Thou, is it not?
It is?
Why then, All Souls Day is my body's doomsday. Thus Margaret's curse falls heavy on my neck. When he, quoth she, shall split thy heart with sorrow, remember Margaret was a prophetess. Come lead me, officer, to the block of shame. Wrong has but wrong, and blame the due